All right, so I just wanted to briefly touch on the battle.net settings. This gives people issues occasionally, so understand how this works. So if you're having issues logging into battle.net, there can be a couple of things you need to take into consideration. As far as I know, the authenticator, if you have one for Blizzard, it's not going to let you log in. For whatever reason, it doesn't work with Diablo 2 Resurrected and Koolo. At least that's what I'm reading in their help section. So if you have an authenticator, you're probably going to want to turn it off because of that. The other thing is that we have an authentication method that we need to pick if we're going to be online. And we have two ways of doing this. We have an authentication token or username and password. I personally would probably just use username and password and see if that would work at first. However, it is way more reliable to just use the authentication token. Just be really careful with this. Don't share it with anybody. Don't tell anybody, because if you do, they can log in without a username and password, just like you're going to do with your bot, which means basically they could probably potentially steal some of the stuff that you have or worse. Okay, so keep that in mind, understand what you're doing, and then we'll go from there. So here is their FAQ on the Discord, which you should be joining and you should be taking a look at because it is extremely helpful. And I'm going to explain directly from it because that's the easiest way to do it. So basically, token authentication is the same as launching the game through the battle.net launcher. It uses an encrypted authentication token stored in your computer's registry. To set it up, you'll first need to obtain the authentication token. This can be done from the following URL. So you're going to click the URL. You're going to log in with your Battle.net account for the account you're going to use for botting. And then after that, it will redirect you to a browser URL, something like this. It's not going to be exactly that, obviously, because there's going to be information in here. And again, don't share that. Don't give it to anybody because, like I told you, they can log into your account without authenticating if they have that as well. Now you can extract the authentication token from the URL. The token is the US dash whatever the part is of the URL. So if the URL is localhost, yada, 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 you need to get the US dash, a lot of symbols, dash, blah, blah, blah part. So you need to get that specific part. I'm not going to show you that because obviously if I did, then you could use mine. Copy the token and paste it into your character settings and choose the auth token authentication method. So you're going to paste it in here. You do still need to obviously put your username and password and which server you're on, whether it's the Asian server, Korean server. They're calling it Korean, but I think it's just Asian, America, or a Europe server. So hope that helps. Again, if you're having issues or problems, they have a wonderful FAQ. They have a wonderful help section on their Discord, and that would be the best place to get help. It would also be the fastest place to get help. So again, link in the description, check that out. And that'll conclude this portion of explaining how to connect to Battle.net servers.